My child, it's very urgent and necessary for you now to take a break from everything you are doing and listen to me carefully. My beloved, I have spoken this before, and I am speaking again, but it seems like you are not listening to me. You are constantly busy with your own thoughts, with the concerns of your heart, that my promises are not penetrating the walls of your heart. Why are you so troubled, my child, when I am here, standing by you with all my power and all my promises that remain true? I have told you time and again, yet you are distracted, not hearing my voice, not allowing my guidance to reach you fully. Today, my beloved, I need you to open your heart, to break down these walls, and let my words enter, for they hold a crucial message for you, a warning that cannot be ignored. The time is drawing near, my child, where the temptations around you will intensify, where those who do not know me or who have turned away from my ways will try to lead you down a path I have never intended for you. They may appear as friends, even as family, or as people you trust deeply. But be warned, not all who appear with friendly faces carry pure intentions. They too may be misguided, wrapped up in their own confusion and distractions, and without knowing, they may try to pull you into a celebration that dishonors me. Yes, I am speaking of that day, Halloween, a day cloaked in darkness, a day that glorifies fear and celebrates forces that do not belong to me. This day is not just harmless fun. It is a gateway, my beloved, a door that many open without realizing the darkness it invites into their lives. There is a name known to you, someone you consider a friend or a close confidant. This person may try to convince you that celebrating Halloween is harmless, that it is simply a day for costumes, laughter, and sweets. But listen closely, my child, for I speak in urgency. This person does not understand the spiritual implications of what they suggest, and they are walking in darkness that they may not even see. They may think they are leading you to enjoy simple earthly pleasures, but what they are encouraging is a step toward a path that I have not designed for you. I know the desires of your heart, my child. I know you want to feel connected to others, to enjoy the moments that seem so carefree. But I am your creator, and I see the depth of all things. I see the forces behind the masks, the spirits that lurk in the shadows, and I know the darkness that awaits those who invite such influences into their lives. The enemy of your soul wants you to think that Halloween is just a game, but it is not. Every mask, every symbol, every act that embraces darkness allows a shadow to creep closer to your soul. If you truly know me, if you truly believe in the light that I bring, then you must know that light cannot mingle with darkness. My words are here to protect you, my beloved. I am giving you discernment, urging you to remain vigilant, to say no, even if those around you do not understand. You are a child of the light, called to be set apart from the ways of the world, called to be holy and pure before me. This path is narrow, and many will not walk with you upon it, but I assure you, it is a path filled with my blessings, with my peace, and with my presence. The enemy wants nothing more than to steal your peace, to rob you of the protection I have placed around you. Each year he lures more souls with this celebration of darkness, wrapping it up in innocence and laughter. Yet every year those who participate draw closer to a realm that seeks to bind and destroy them. Be warned, my child. Guard your heart and your spirit. Refuse to let anyone or anything open doors in your life that lead to the demonic. This warning is not to cause you fear, but to give you wisdom and discernment. I have sent my angels to surround you, to protect you from harm, but you must also take responsibility for what you allow into your life, into your mind, and into your spirit. You cannot walk with me and also dabble in the things of darkness. There is a choice before you, and I am calling you to choose me, to choose life, to choose holiness. Do not let the pressures of the world sway you, for you belong to a higher kingdom, a kingdom of light and truth. Remember, my child, that the spiritual realm is very real. What you see with your earthly eyes is only part of the picture. The forces at work on Halloween night are not mere figments or fables. They are very real powers that seek to ensnare, deceive, and ultimately lead my beloved ones away from me. The spirits that roam and seek attention on this night are not innocent. They desire entry to gain a foothold in the lives of those who open their hearts, even in what may seem like a small way. Do not underestimate the power of small actions, for they can open large doors, both for good and for evil. My child, listen closely, for I am about to remind you of moments long past when my people faced struggles and their faith was tested. Yet each time I delivered them, not because they were perfect, but because I am faithful to my word. In times of old, there were those who stood trembling, wondering if I would truly come to their aid. Their hearts were shaken, but I proved myself to be their fortress, their rescuer, their unfailing deliverer. Hear these stories, my beloved, and let your faith be strengthened. Remember my servant Moses, standing at the edge of the Red Sea with the whole of Israel beside him. Behind them, Pharaoh's army was fast approaching, ready to strike with force, ready to claim what they believed was theirs. The people were terrified, crying out, asking if I'd led them there only to die. Their hearts were shaking, faith wavering as they saw the threat before them. But I spoke through Moses. I told him to lift his staff, to stretch out his hand over the sea, and I would make a way where no way seemed possible. I parted the waters, my child, and they walked through on dry ground, safe from their enemies. And when the enemy pursued, I closed the waters over them, ensuring that not one enemy remained. I delivered them, even when they were fearful. I kept my word, and I did not let their enemies triumph. My beloved, remember this. I am the same God today, unchanging, steadfast, and true. I am the one who parts seas, who makes paths through impossible places. Do you remember my servant Daniel, faithful in his devotion, yet cast into the den of lions because he would not forsake his prayer to me? Even as he faced hungry lions, he remained steadfast in his love for me, trusting that I would be with him. And I was, my child. I sent my angel to shut the mouths of those lions. The next morning, when the king called out to see if he was still alive, Daniel responded, "For I had preserved him. No harm had come upon him because he placed his trust in me, even in the face of death. I delivered him from the jaws of the lions, showing that no weapon, no creature, no force can stand against my will when I choose to protect my own. This, my child, is the same protection I place over you. Though trials may surround you, do not fear, for I am greater than anything that seeks to harm you. As I was with Daniel, so I am with you, closing the mouths of lions, silencing the threats against you. And think of my servant David, a shepherd boy with no armor, no weapon except a slingshot, facing the giant Goliath. The world saw a boy ill-equipped, unworthy to stand against such a fearsome foe. But David's faith was in me, not in his strength. He spoke boldly, declaring that I would deliver the giant into his hands, for the battle belonged to me. And with a single stone, I brought the giant down, showing that my power is not limited by human strength. David's faith in me allowed him to conquer what seemed impossible, for I was his shield, his victory. My beloved, there are giants in this world, challenges that seem insurmountable. But remember, I am the same God who gave David victory. I am with you, and no giant, no problem, no trial is too big for me. I am the one who makes the mighty fall, who brings victory to those who trust in me. Think of the days when my people were in Babylon, exiled and longing for their homeland. For 70 years, they endured hardship, living as strangers in a foreign land, wondering if they would ever see the land I had promised them. Their hearts grew weary, and some even lost hope. But I had spoken through my prophets, declaring that I would bring them back, that I would restore them to their home. And I did, my child. I stirred the heart of King Cyrus, a king who did not even know me, to decree that my people should return. I fulfilled my promise, proving that no amount of time, no force, no king can prevent me from keeping my word. I am the God who brings exiles home, who restores what was lost, who makes a way in desolate places. So do not lose hope, my child. Even if the road feels long, I am with you, and I will fulfill every promise I have made to you. Remember also my servant Esther, a young woman who risked her life to save her people. When the decree was issued to destroy her people, she could have stayed silent, could have chosen to protect herself. But she fasted, prayed, and approached the king, declaring, "If I perish, I perish." Her faith was in me, and I honored her courage. My beloved, I turned the king's heart, and I brought deliverance for my people through her. I took what was meant for harm and used it for good. And so I am with you, my child, working even in the darkest moments, turning things in your favor, using even what the enemy plans for harm to bring blessing and deliverance. In the days of Elijah, when my people turned to idols and abandoned me, I called my prophet to stand against the prophets of Baal, to call the people back to me. Elijah stood alone, surrounded by those who doubted, who had turned their backs on me. But he did not waver. He called upon me, and I sent fire from heaven, consuming the offering, proving that I alone am God. My child, in a world that doubts and turns to other things, I call you to stand firm, to remain true to me, for I will show my power, and I will make my presence known. Even when it feels like you are alone, remember that I am with you, that I am the God who answers by fire, who proves himself faithful to those who do not waver. Consider also my servant Job, a man who endured great suffering, who lost everything he held dear. Yet in his pain, he did not curse me. He remained steadfast, declaring, "Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him." And I restored to Job more than he had lost, blessing him abundantly for his faithfulness. My beloved, there are times of testing, times when it feels as though everything is being stripped away. But know this: I see your faith, I see your trust, and I will not leave you in ruin. I am the God of restoration, the one who brings beauty from ashes, who brings joy from mourning. Trust in me, for I will restore you and I will give you more than you can ask or imagine. And do not forget my disciples, those who walked with my son Jesus, yet trembled when the storms came upon them. They cried out, asking if he cared that they were perishing. Yet he arose, rebuked the winds and the waves, and there was great calm. My child, I know the storms in your life, the waves that seem as though they will overtake you. But know this: I am the one who speaks peace to the storm, who calms the winds, who brings stillness to your soul. Do not fear, for I am with you in the storm, and I will see you safely through. I am the God who brings peace, who brings calm, who speaks be still to every fear, every doubt. And remember also my Son, who walked among you healing the sick, casting out demons, raising the dead. He came to show you my heart, to reveal my love, my power, my compassion. When my children were sick, broken, possessed, or grieving, he reached out, touched them, healed them, delivered them. My beloved, my love for you has not changed. My power is still the same. I am the God who heals, who restores, who brings life where there is death. Trust in me, for I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My child, these stories are not just of the past. They are the proof of my unchanging nature, of my faithfulness that endures forever. I delivered then, and I deliver now. I healed then, and I heal now. I restored then, and I restore now. Take courage, my beloved, for I am with you. I go before you, and I am your rear guard. I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Moses, David, Esther, Daniel, Elijah, Job, and every one of my beloved who have called upon my name. And I am your God. You are not alone, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age. I see your struggles, my child, your desire to be part of this world while still seeking me. But I did not create you for the things of this world. I created you for eternity, for a purpose that goes far beyond what the world can offer. Halloween, with all its allure, its disguises, and its darkness, is not for you. I am calling you to stand firm, to remember who you are and who you serve. The world may not understand, but you must remember that I have chosen you, that you are called to be different. Hold on to these truths, my child. Let them be your anchor, your hope, your assurance. The world may shake, the storms may come, but my word, my love, my promises, they stand forever. You are mine, and I am yours, now and always. Let your heart be at peace, for I am with you, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. Remember these words, my beloved, and know that I am your deliverer, your healer, your redeemer, forever. I am with you. Stand firm, my beloved. Stand in my light, where no shadow can touch you, where no darkness can reach. And as you stand, know that I am with you, that my love surrounds you, and that my angels are at your side. The enemy may try to tempt you, to confuse you, but I am the one who holds your heart. I am the one who gives you true joy, true peace, and true love that this world can never provide. Hold on to me, and let no one convince you otherwise. You may feel alone in this, but know that you are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, those who have gone before you, who have also stood firm in their faith, who did not waver, who did not compromise. They are cheering you on, for they know the battle you face and they know the strength you have in me. You are not alone, my child, for I am with you, and I am greater than anything in this world. Amen.